you're doing the volunteers for the sidewalk talks groups.
Yeah.
It's really impressive and interesting for letting people know what exactly you're doing.
So, in simple terms, we're listening to people. We think that there's not enough listening in the world, I suppose. Most of the volunteers are psychotherapists or coaches, and we get to listen to people and help people, but usually they have to pay us. So the kind of people that we get to listen to is a subsection of the whole population. The idea of sidewalk talk is taking it out into the world, not as a therapist or as a coach, but just as a citizen, as a human being, and just offering ourselves to people who would like to talk about anything, to be able to talk. And sometimes they talk about nothing in particular, and sometimes they bring hugely important emotional things that are going on for them, and it's a privilege to just listen to people and be present for somebody else.
Wow, it sounds really, really interesting and meaningful things for doing to people. But when you sitting there and the people come to you, do they easily drop their defense mechanism to open their mind to tell you everything, or they just talk to you for nothing?
I've been amazed at how quickly people drop their guard. Sometimes because we approach people on the street and we kind of say, are you interested in our project? Would you like to know some more? Some people just walk straight on. Some people, you see in their eyes almost immediately that there's something going on that they would like to talk to somebody about. And you've given them permission, and that permission is enough for them to suddenly talk to a complete stranger about things that are very intimate and personal. And again, it's a huge privilege to have somebody share that vulnerability and intimacy with a complete stranger.
Yes, and how long have you been doing this for?
So we've only started 2.5 months ago, and I think we've just done 3 afternoons out in Newcastle. The whole project started in San Francisco, and that's been going for a few years. I think it's now in 14 different countries, so it's growing around the world really, really quickly. But we're very new at it. So for me, it's been a part of my kind of personal growth journey. I worked as a consultant and a manager for a long time, and 2 years ago I took voluntary redundancy, and I started thinking about how I could give something back to the community. So I've been training as a psychotherapist. I'm training as a coach. I've been coaching for a long time, but I wanted to deepen my knowledge a little bit. In particular, I'm not someone who's naturally good at listening. I like to fix people. My natural response, I think for many of us, our natural response to the pain and suffering of another human being is to want to fix that. And especially when that pain or suffering is really significant and personal, a stranger can't fix it. Even a friend often can't fix it. It genuinely feels like a privilege to have other people welcome you into their life for just this moment for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So for me, it's a developmental experience. I am learning about myself, and I'm learning about people in general. I'm learning how to listen better. I'm learning how to connect. So for me, in really selfish terms, this has been good development. It genuinely doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It feels like something I really want to give, a gift, if you like.
So is your family totally supporting you for doing this?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. And so have you ever talked to, listen to the friends or families who are close to you, like the way you listen to the people?
Yeah, I think I do more.
Yeah.
Having started this, I think I did more having started training as a therapist.
Mm.
But with your family and friends, you're still very tempted to respond. And actually, your invitation is more than just to listen. So if a friend says, "I'm having real trouble," then you're being asked to do more than just listen, and finding some way to help without fixing. Again, that's kind of what my personal journey is to work out what could I offer that's not trying to fix and not trying to to manage, but just trying to help.